Town. Roll with the king of Philly, Gilly's Town. Meek Millie, Prince of Philly, got a Philly sound. And Beanie Mac, Broad Street Bully, still around. That was a freestyle though, I'ma kill it now. Before I lose the flow, folks say write it down. I use Glucko when radio for promo. Hip hop pull deck logo.
Strings going hard on this motherfucker. Got the bass ringing on this motherfucker. Voice so crazy on this motherfucker. God niggas saying, can I be your lover?
Voice on the real shit.
Voice daily.
Voice hit hard like a mule kick. Bottom gear sounding like a kill switch.
They said it was over. The R&B sound will always be around.
It ain't over. Yeah.
New money, new cars, same click.
R&B still lit. R&B still lit. Cut it on to make sure. Hey, it's on. I got a Philly swag. I'm with the king of Philly.
There we go.
Yeah, goddamn.
Goddamn.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to WillPower UnSurfaced. It's your host, Khadijah Sims, along with my co-host, EA.
You already know we in the building.
And we are, I don't want to be E-fine. Let me get my ghetto list right. We are in the building.
We are the building.
In the building. Did you guys miss us? We were off for Memorial Day holiday, but me
and the flood scare.
The flood, the everything going on around here. So I don't know, like it's been a lot of stuff going on, man. These mass shootings.
Yes, already know.
Shootings.
Yeah, the shootings is crazy, and
it's out of control.
No, it is. It is. And a lot of people are saying right now, that how can people be used to it? How can people? Because if you understand environment, you understand environment. Hey, Shane, and then you'll understand that sometimes, and it's sad. Sociology is big. When you're used to all the negative stuff and all the shootings and all the noise, you become used to it. It becomes a norm. You gain mastery. You learn to adapt. You adapt quickly, expeditiously. And some do, some don't. Just to be all way honest. But for me, when I seen it, and then now they starting to narrow down the young boys, and
right,
it's the typical, you get into an argument, it's a confrontation of some sort, and then whoever has a gun don't even need it, whether they need it or not, they automatically, because I put a post up the other day on my Instagram talking about playing defense. And nowadays, ladies and gentlemen, you have to play defense. You have to actually be careful. It has nothing to do anymore of how you live. It has nothing to do with how you live. It's how the world is, and you just have to be careful. Play defense. That shooting was horrible. People say, and then that's the part where y'all might be getting a little disenchanted with me. But honestly, I always looked at South Street as Saigon. I always looked at it as the projects. South Street. Always did. Because from hanging with a few guys from Saigon, when I used to hang down South Philly on both sides of the track, visiting people, I know we used to go on. And then if you needed a quick come up, go to South Street and come right back. And that was literally like when you go to New Orleans. It's the same thing Bourbon Street. Bourbon Street is the middle of a few blocks down the street where it go down. So,
What's up, Jim?
whenever you go to any place that's not your home, or you leave your area, you leave your community, to be all the way honest, when you leave your community, know that your rules is over. Whatever rules that you live by, whatever principles that you live by, you are now in free space. You are now what's called the matrix. You are now what's Oh my God, be careful.
You're subject to the rules
Yeah.
of wherever it is that you are at
Right.
that moment. But the thing, this the thing for me though.
Yeah.
Where is it safe? Because we talking about
Where is it the
we're
safest?
referring to South Street, the incident that happened on South Street this weekend.
Right.
But what about those kids at their school
Hey, Aisha.
that the
think I said
boy
the name
just
right.
went into the school and shot
Let me
all
tell
those
you,
kids up and the teachers?
It's temperament. It's anger. People know, like killings. Period. Even though you just described one of the worst. That was the worst. Like, well, Russia, Ukraine. Now, that's a whole bigger topic. But that boy that went in that school and did like,
This the thing.
you can't fathom it.
It's like
it's temperament.
it's
anger.
like my thing is, I was having a conversation with somebody today, and it was regarding the children and how the children may be feeling with all this going on.
Right.
And when you're a parent and your child asks you a question about some mass shootings at a school, in their mind, if that happened at that school, that could maybe happen at my school. And as a parent, you always want your child to be safe, and you always want to feel as though you're protecting them. You understand what I'm saying? At any cost. But when you get yourself in, when stuff like this happens, and somebody comes into a school that you sent your children to school thinking that they would be safe, and someone comes inside the building with an assault rifle, and not only that, with that situation, how long did it take for somebody to stop this from happening? Because the police were in, and I'm not jumping on the police because they respond when they respond. But my thing was, in that particular situation with those kids in that building, they said the police were in that building for 45 minutes. And a border patrol person came from somewhere else and came into that building and was a part of apprehending or getting the guy to stop or whatever the case. But the police were in the building.
Right.
I mean, what are you waiting for? 45 minutes and somebody is shooting? And it was just like to hear the people on a 911 call. And the lady she's whispering, the child, whoever the person was, they're whispering, they're saying somebody is in the building. And the 911 operator is, you don't have to whisper. Why are you whispering? You understand what I'm saying? From that incident, from the 911 incident call to the timing that it took police to not get to the building, but to do anything.
So
in that span of time,
right.
all of these kids were getting killed.
No, you're right. Let me say this. Nine Niddles, what up? Let me say this. Shout out to DJ Acting Up.
What's up, Nine Niddles?
Let me say this. Keep it all the way real. It's defense. It go back to what I said. You have to play defense. And when it's nothing you can say. Well, it's a lot that you can say to a child. That's a long discussion, what you say to a child when a child experienced that, because we were children.
Right.
We were once children. Like some people overstand watching shootings and stuff like that.
Right.
Some have not. You know, like I hate this month. Like this month, like that. See, you making me start thinking about everything that's bad that people are that are making big and obvious, like these shootings. Yes, that's bad. But so is this month. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This month,
right.
Like be happy. Yes, be happy. But
yes.
Why do y'all gotta throw that up in people's faces like it's like it's really something that cannot be frowned upon? Like, I'm trying to be very respectful. Stop acting like that's something that's flawless. Like that. Stop acting like you are privileged. Please stop pushing that narrative. Let the children make their own minds up. I understand if you're explaining it, just because you that was your choice.
Right.
To say I want to be that way. Say that. Stop pushing the narrative if it's okay. It's not okay. It's your choice. It's a difference in what's okay. Because, all right, we all learn the English language. For those that speak Spanish and any other language, I'm sorry, I speak English. Y'all pushing that narrative heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you because I watched it.
It's so confusing because
I watched it. ABC News is one of my favorites besides Fox 29. Let's be real. So I always turn to 6 to see what's on, to catch the news because I'm a news freak, CNN, whatever. And I watch Fox 2. I watch MSNBC. I watch all of them just to see what each other playing games with. So let me just say this. I couldn't help but they just controlling the airwaves. Everything you turn to that's a main television channel, a network,
everything.
they got it locked. They spend money. Oh, my goodness. So bring up the reason why I brought that up. It was a very, very educated woman and a very, very educated man that I gave a chance just to say, let me see what they talking about. Because I'm the type that can read and research anything and because I want to know the validity of it. I want to know what you're saying, the reason why y'all chose to be that way. And y'all know what I'm saying. You know, this the being happy, Pride Month, respectfully. Because I'm not against any human being doing what they want to do in their lives. But I want to say this. This one woman and this one man was the most educated people as far as the way they speak, the way they were able to interpret and intellectually explain their stories. They were dope. The part that I did not overstand, but I did overstand, I did truly. You cannot tell me that. One guy said when he was a kid and he was showing his baby pictures. And then he went to adult and how happy he was and glad that he's able to be himself. I get that. But a person like myself that understand what both sides say from a scientific fact and from a personal people's opinions that are or not, I still think it's choice. I still think it boils down to choice. Studying that for so many years, I studied it like the reason what the scientists say from a chromosome perspective, the X and the Y. Like, have you ever seen a morph come out and say that I'm happy? Have you ever seen one that come out and say I am happy? A morph. And they got both.
Right.
It's a deep conversation. So it's more than just guns.
It's
more
so
than
many
just
things, right? It's so many things. I mean, I don't have anything against them having their celebrations or anything like that. But I honestly do believe that, my personal opinion is that I believe that there's too much thrown in children's faces. And
yeah, we gotta go back to the
I do some things. I just believe like some things that, you know, people say, oh, well, kids, they are this way when they're young. Well, I don't know. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But I also know that children do what they see. Children will jump with a trend quickly.
Why is that?
If it's
from anybody that got any background in psychology, like, call up if y'all want to call up. Give us some comments. You can go right on Glockaware.
Hey, Faye.
You can make your comments right there. I want to talk to somebody that got a little background in psychology to understand chromosomes, the X and the Y, because I want to talk to some people that have empirical knowledge, experience of that, because I studied that like the back of my hand. And I just want to share that opinion. And I want somebody to share their fact or their opinion, because that's what's out there, facts and opinions. People that are saying that, you know, they think they were born, you know, just because I heard the guy said because I played with a doll baby and no. That's why I go back to parenting. It go back to the shootings and all that. It go back to choice, corrective criticism, corrective education. Like how we were all born and raised saying that Christopher Columbus was the one that discovered America, right? I mean, I remember that from school, just
Right.
being all the way honest. I ain't trying to be smart. I ain't trying to defame nothing. I'm just trying to say what information was passed on through my generation, respectfully. Because at some point, I don't want to debate. I don't want to have a debate. I'm just sharing some of my information that I processed. What I have learned that they say, now this was about 20-something years ago that I read this in psychology books and classes. Can you read that for me? I want to see what she said.
I just feel like it shouldn't be on Disney Channel or Nickelodeon. That should be an adult decision, not a kid's decision. That's my niece Shia. Hey, Fave. And
That is true.
right.
Do you have children?
Yeah, she does.
Shia,
She has one daughter.
See, and you feel the same way that I feel as a parent. I was sick, and that guy, he was. And listen, I like the vibes. I like the vibes about what they talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I do, because I believe in that togetherness, and I like the vibes. But the narrative of no, why can't the whole human? Why can't we have that group take out the being happy part and try to unite
The
the
people,
people
as a whole.
Like, yo,
because
they got so much power. Like
they have they have their issues in that community as well, especially when it comes to the racism in that group, because it's a lot of, they're not all inclusive.
I know, but I ain't blaming just them too.
No, I'm just saying
We got our stuff,
it's a lot of separation in that group as well. You understand what I'm saying? So
well,
it's not.
Who put up the millions of dollars to have?
But
your
they put up.
play for
This is the thing, and this goes for. Let me just say this. This goes for any group,
multi-million,
and this goes for us as Black people, because we don't get stuff done because we don't put our money where our mouth is,
like
and that is the number one. Let me say something.
Like close up.
First of all, America. The incorporation that it is.
I love America.
Okay,
though. I'm sorry.
This the whole thing about America. It's nickels and dimes in America. Okay, dollars and cents.
I got freedom of speech. Somewhat.
It's
I love America.
It's nickels and dimes when it comes to anything in this country.
Yes.
You want your platform on top. You want your platform out there. You will pay for it. You have to. That's the whole. That's the whole thing.
So let's respect. Let's back up a little bit. You know, one thing that we as a minority people, we don't play about our space, right? We don't play about. Don't play me. Don't come in my space. Get out my face. Right? Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't play about our space, right?
Feet.
Why you on my step? You know,
right?
Knock this off my shoulder. We started all that.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Now we don't. I think we did knock it off my shoulder.
I
think the knock it off my shoulder
came
from
us as a people, for real, we are a product of our environment. So most of anything that, when it comes to hostility amongst us, we have reason to be hostile in a place that has always treated us with hate and hostility. So we have chips on our shoulders as a people because of things from the past that have not been corrected. The thing for me is, I don't like to see other things come above things that should have been addressed years ago and put them to the back burner.
Like what? Give me an example.
So when I say, and this goes for, and not because I know people be like, oh yeah, I'm not going to be politically correct right at this moment. So that's just out. When it comes to the rights, gay rights, when it comes to the anti-crime bill for Asian Americans, and I'm not saying they shouldn't have an anti-crime bill, because they should be protected in this country as well as gays should be protected, everybody. But us as Black people in America have been fighting for hundreds of years for someone to protect us and all the things that we go through in this country. And it seems like as soon as someone else goes through something, their plight goes to the front, right in front of us, even when it comes down to the president, who was out there campaigning so hard for us Black Americans to be on him and the vice president's side. But when it comes to the concerns and the needs of the things that goes on in our community, we are always last. And it has, and
that's your city councilman. That's
well,
your state
no. There we go back to it goes back.
That's the low. That's the Lord.
See, that's the thing. It goes back to us, E.
I mean,
because you know why? Let me say something. When that stuff was happening with them Asians and those kids and stuff was getting jumped on the bus, the way that community rallied and they pulled money together and did all this and that, and they had that shit on the table in what, like 2 weeks? We see our kids get jumped on the train. It's normal to us. We live in a society where fighting each other is normal to us. When we see kids getting jumped on the train, when we see our children, and I'm not saying our children personally, but our children in the community jumping people on the subways and all of this stuff, we don't run to be down in that subway and be like, hold up, kids, we gonna shut this down. Y'all not about to do these things on these trains.
You're gonna get shot.
Listen,
unless you got a gun, you gonna get shot.
If you scared, get a dog.
With that,
okay, now I'm gonna be like my boy DMX.
Let me just say this.
If you scared, get a dog. Because for me, when I see kids acting up, I don't give like somebody cuss and say go here, oh here, but a lot of them don't. You understand what I'm saying? Because some kids ain't getting what they need at home. You understand what I mean? Some kids need to hear somebody say something to them, because too many people say, I'm not going to say nothing to them because you might get shot. You might not.
This is the
thing. If we're not going to unify and be the one to confront our children when some shit happen, then nobody else ain't going to do it, and they just going to keep getting killed and dying in the street. And we are going to be the ones that suffer because it's our communities. And then what happens? When they start shooting up our communities, because while we shooting up the community, the other people is coming in here buying everything the fuck up, okay? You fighting for the block, or you say this your block or this your hood, you don't have shit. Your mom live in a project, your mom renting. Not everybody, but most people. This not your block. This the landlord fucking house on this block. You understand what I'm saying? And when they put you out, eminent domain come and take over the area that your people living in, you gonna go to another block and claim that block? You know, it's the mentality. It's the mentality of our children. Like, they think they have something in the block. You don't have shit. You understand what I'm saying? And until we unite, because the kids who is our kids going to listen to when they barely listen to us? They're definitely not going to listen to nobody else. And I hear them. This is the thing I hear with the politicians. We need tougher gun. We need with all this stuff going on, with all the shootings and all that, we need tougher sentences for criminals.
Right.
Now, mind you, I don't believe criminals should be running amok in the street, but they always acting like that's the fucking solution. No, the solution is make guns illegal in the United States if you don't fucking need them. And I, cause on some real shit, cause people like, we need guns. If ain't nobody have a gun, go get a fucking sword. Go get a bow and arrow. Cause we didn't always have guns. And we always had wars, but we didn't always have guns. The effect that guns have on the community, an assault weapon where you can shoot 50, 60 people at one time, that ain't like if you at a war and you shooting a bow and arrow. You understand what I'm saying? The effects is different, because people say, oh, they had wars down the ages. It wasn't the same. Now we got weapons of mass destruction. You know what I mean? And while we BSing around and shooting up the community and killing each other, people are coming in, moving into our communities, raising the prices up to 3, 4. Listen, I live on 52nd Street. When I would move around there, I always pay attention to the price of housing in that area. Okay? The house that I live in, when I first moved there, it was worth like $80,000, $90,000. I've been there almost 5 years. It's now worth almost $200,000. Ain't nothing changed at the house. The block ain't changed. The same people live on the block. The same people live around the corner. But now their house is worth almost $100,000 more than it was 5 years ago. And they building 3 stories now on, when you paying attention, because they coming all through. All these abandoned houses that been around there sitting. Me and my sister, we do the little real estate thing. We searching shit. We can't find none of the owners, though. Trust me, we've been looking. We've been paying money for those. You know how you pay the money to get the house? We've been doing all. You can't find nobody. But now the houses, people done bought the houses. Who bought them? Because we couldn't even find out who owned them.
You should
They
have
was
went to a
sitting
title company.
there. Listen, this the thing though. It's a ratchet game that's being played.
That game has always been established.
But it's up to us because
ain't no us.
no, it is us. Let me tell you, the Jamaican people that own the properties right near where I live, and it's a bunch of them. They starting to fix them up and put little stuff in there. I asked them about them because me and my sister in the real estate. They said we ain't selling nobody off of this block.
Absolutely.
And they did ask, and I was
Why would they?
But listen, I was so happy that he said that though, because that made me realize that they ain't selling their shit. So when it come down to if they are going to sell it, they gonna wait forever. You understand?
See,
what I
nobody
mean?
is thinking about selling. I think the world is more into like you said some heavies, but the price of life supposed to go up. Things is not supposed to stay the same.
It's not.
Let me,
It's not. But hold up. This is the thing. It's not about the price because things are always going to rise and fall. It's America.
Mm-hmm.
It's run off inflation, deflation, reflation.
So
fucking
what is your
recession.
gripe?
My gripe is don't act like the playing field is fair. Cause too many times they act like cause too many times when we say something, people look at us like, oh, we're always complaining about things.
That's why you don't say it.
Oh, you fucking say it.
No. Saying ain't never got shit.
Listen, saying got a lot of things. Saying Malcolm X talked a lot. He said lots of things. He did lots of things. Martin Luther King.
2022, you know what I was told by a very, very wealthy person? Said documentation beat conversation.
Absolutely.
So you keep on talking, Martin Luther King, no disrespect.
No, but
keep on talking.
No, he talked.
Ain't nobody talking no more.
Changed
documentation.
He did talk.
Override conversation.
This is the thing. If you don't have a conversation first, what are you documenting?
All right, now let's go back.
If you don't have a conversation,
right. Listen,
what are you documenting? You know who say stuff like that? Let me tell you why rich people say shit like that. Because they got money. They don't give a fuck. And on top of that, they don't want no whole bunch of...
No, that's how you protect it.
No, this is the thing.
No, go back to what the Jamaican boy said. Wait a minute, because it go back to... It's staying on the same topic that you first brought up. Until you mentioned the Jamaican guy. It's all sociology. It's all psychology.
Sorry.
It's all... No, yeah, me, you didn't... But it's all human behavior, how you think, and the thought process of building the empire so you human beings can live within the matrix. You know, no matter how it's designed.
We've been living in the matrix too goddamn long.
But if you overstand what luxury items is made for, what your smoothie is made for, this microphone, this podcast is made for, it's cause to effect. What is the cause? Now let's go back to the money. We know what fairness.
The cause is.
But wait a minute, the fairness. God damn it, stop making excuses, people. Stop complaining. And wait a minute. And make it manifest in the physical. If you don't plan, you plan to fail. If you don't have plans within your cerebellum that relies inside your mental stability before it comes out your soul, before it's on a piece of paper, before it's actually punching in a clock, before it's starting up a key in a car, before waking up out of your bed or laying down in your bed. The thought process is more important than everything in the world. Being conscious. Being conscious. Stop. This is how I'm trying to...
Excuse me. You don't believe consciousness is taught, though?
Because
you gotta believe. Because first of all, I'm conscious because I'm a person who listened and studied. You understand what I'm saying? First of all, I'm one of those people that if the shit don't sound right, it's probably not right. So let me go find out what's right. I'm a I remember one of my professors was like, "You're so analytical. You're never gonna let it go." I don't like to let shit go until I get down to the bottom of this shit. You understand what I'm saying?
That's why when you was explaining that they, and it's fair, and this, and that, and them, and they got, and we got, and we don't have, and we got to do. Just my experience of what I learned, if you don't make it happen from a sole proprietorship perspective, it might not happen in today's society. The way how advanced the world is now in 2022, it may not happen. That PUA, that welfare check, them food stamps, it may not happen.
That was a game.
But what I'm saying, but and to go back to what I was trying to say, but it took my mind somewhere else. Start your own thought process. Start your own account. Start your financial company, or start your own, whatever it is, so that way you can stop pointing the finger at those that started it before you. Now, I understand where we came from and where we're going, but we have to stop. Stop going backwards. Stop talking about this 40 acres and a mule.
Nah.
Live for the day. I'm just saying. That's me.
We're
different.
You know what it is?
We're different.
Because everybody wants to tell us to stop going back.
Because you're going to keep blaming something.
No, it's not about blaming.
It is. Once you say,
if you forget your past, if you forget
and
your
they got first.
No, if you forget your past, you're doomed to repeat it. And that's just the bottom line. Listen.
Well, that's what being conscious is about.
But we're going backwards because we forgot. See, because guess what?
Now, all right. Now, we talk about from the start, from when we first opened up the show, from the shootings and the anger management, and what triggers down to what we're talking about now. You know, it's all the same.
It is. But
and what is it? Being conscious. Now, you said you think it's taught. I believe something different. When I went in, the humblest part, and I believe in the monk theory, what the monks do. I kind of believe that from physical experience trying it, whether you try yoga, you tried in the prayer format, whatever way that you did, or you meditated, or you went to sleep and you felt better. Let me just take a nap and I'll feel better. That's rebuilding your state of conscious. You know that, let me say this. Conscious to me, yes, you have to learn it. I don't think you could be taught it because you have to learn it. Your intellect has to say, I get it. That's why people stop saying understand. When you look up the origin of overstand and understand, you'll start using a different phraseology. You'll start saying, I overstand. Instead of saying, okay, I agree. Oh, I understand. You'll stop using understand. To me, being conscious is learning from a mistake or something that wasn't a goal to you. You know, it wasn't a state of felicity. It wasn't whatever you say that state is. You know, whatever that, wow.
So maybe our definitions of consciousness is different, because to me, my definition of consciousness is when you able to see through the bullshit that's going. No, hold up.
That means though.
Yeah, but it is though.
It's not.
But it is.
It's probably a division. Conscious means to be.
It's both, because guess what?
Consciousness means to be aware of what you're doing.
Because a lot of times
at that time when you're doing
this, the thing. You got to be aware of everything that's going around you at the moment. You got to be conscious of everything that's going on around you.
That's
because
why I
to be
play
conscious
defense.
of everything that's going on around you,
you can't master it in your environment.
No,
that's number one. Based on certain environments,
like the shootings.
That's why I said I like the monk philosophy. I like the way the monks do theirs. Study what the monks do, how they go
but
migrate.
Aren't the monks,
and
they're taught though, right?
No.
They're taught by other monks. Yes, they are. They're
it's
taught
a principle.
But they are taught
it's a
to
principle.
be conscious.
It's a principle though.
But they still have to be
It's a
taught.
principle.
They didn't come right out and think like, oh, I'm going to be monk. They saw something, or they were surrounded by something or someone that were people that were monks, and they decided they wanted to be a monk. They had to be exposed to it.
Well, some of the monks that practice, monotheism, some of the monks, you know what I'm saying? To be very honest, it go back millions and millions and billions of years ago. So it's the same principle. Really, that's a whole nother topic. I don't want to get into religion because some people don't respect it. I do. I highly respect all the religions. I don't care what religion it is. To each its own. You shall be judged based on what your state of consciousness is and your intention. So, you know.
So we walk in. The problem with the thing with the consciousness, right? It's like in our community, the people are the walking dead. I pay attention to. I'm one of them people that I pick things apart. Like I pick stuff apart, especially when it comes to television. And I'm not really like a big TV watcher, but I pay attention to what comes on TV, and I pay attention to the movies, and I pay attention to the cartoons and the things that they prophesize. Because a lot of these TV shows and cartoons and all these things that we watch, they prophesize things that are coming into our environment, and then they actually happen. You understand what I'm saying? And so how do they know these things? Just like so many years ago on The Simpsons, Donald Trump was the president. He was going to be running against a woman that looked like Hillary Rodham Clinton. How did they know that? How did they know that Donald Trump was going to run against a woman years later? And then it actually comes into fruition. The suit that he had on, the same color tie. And I mean, it's just like,
respectfully, that
really?
is something that, to me, that's something that I don't want to overstand. It's not going to put, now, what I love about America, as I said, I love being American. I wouldn't want to live in any other country. I don't care what you say, what her say.
Nah, I never said
say.
I wanted to go no. Well, maybe
talking,
I might want to live in Jamaica.
We're giving a show, sister. I'm not talking about you. What I'm saying is never directed to you.
Okay.
Because I see the comments and I see people overstanding and add. Because for me, I like the freedom to be able to do what I want to do. Now, let's put a little religion in it, because I mix a lot of everything. A little state of consciousness, a little state of religion. I do. I mix whatever, a little bit what my mama taught me, you know, because, you know, a little bit of what my dad may have said, you know, and my friends too,
right.
Honestly. You know, just being conscious will keep you out of harm's way. Mm-hmm. Like, I play defense. That was just another way of being hip and talking a little street. I play defense. And you just got to be very, very careful. And I don't want to learn none of that, because it don't benefit me from making money. It don't help my comfort zone. Whatever your comfort zone is your comfort zone. You know, for the last 20-something years, I like to live in a suburban area where I don't hear nothing at night. You'll hear a car drive by at 10:30.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it'll wake you up. So, people, you have a choice. Some people say you can't afford to move. Yes, you can. You have to sacrifice. Make sacrifices. Don't be complacent.
It's not that easy. See that.
Sister, I'm starting all over. Don't tell me about what's not easy.
But you have to be that's when we listen. That's when it goes back to the mindset.
But listen. But being conscious is giving somebody positive. What you just did will give somebody negative chakras to say I can't do it.
It's not. It's inevitable. Never that. Because you know me, I'm the #1 champion for the people.
So don't say that.
But this is the thing.
This is willpower.
Make it make sense, though.
You gotta give them. It is sense.
You gonna have
put $10 together. Put $10 away every day. It's 30 days in a month.
Did you listen to
Wait
Rich?
a minute.
Did you ever listen to the man that do
I ain't
Rich
gotta
Man?
listen to him.
Rich
I know
Man,
math.
Poor Man.
I ain't gotta listen to that.
He said you cannot save into you cannot save your way into being wealthy.
That's negative. That's
You're
negative.
not going to save your way.
Because wealthy is whatever you make it is.
You have to.
I know people that in North Philadelphia that got decent ass houses, inside and out, and they feel like they're wealthy, and they don't live over their means. They have about $4,000 in income, and to live comfortably with food, bread, and water, and gas in their homes, and electricity and air, they only need $2,300 a month.
But you said
so
get out of the area.
But their area that they're in is not. But their area that they're in is not a drug-infested, gun-shooting era. I didn't say where. I didn't say North Philly, South Philly. I didn't say no neighborhood.
It sounds so simple, but we are still we are still the 1%. We still have
conscious,
less than 1%.
Don't complain.
Blacks in America still have less than 1% of the wealth in this country. We are underneath everybody else. And we should why? But why though? Because it ain't. Don't keep saying it's our mindset. Because it ain't. It ain't just our mindset. Our mindset.
You see what happened on South Street?
Our mindset has a lot.
You see what happened on South Street?
Yeah, I seen what happened on South Street.
You see? All right, stop it. Come on.
Look at the because
Perks on the brain.
if we're not going to get into why the condition, if the mindset of the people, the conditions, because it's just not one thing. It's so many
let me
things.
shout out all the pages because I'll be watching them. All them pages that be showing all the dumb stuff. Follow their pages and watch it.
I saw it.
You'll be surprised of the glorification.
Absolutely.
If I could put a post up on the Philly Uncut page right now, somebody getting shot in their head 19 times, that joint will get.
Why do they let so much of that stuff when it comes to us?
Because it's freedom. Because you have a right. You don't have to go to their page. Like some people be grinding up no gun zone page. You don't go to his page. That's his page. He want to put out public information. Like, oh, I can't stand Citizens Act. Why do you got it then? What the? No, like we always complaining.
No, I'm not. I'm not complaining. That's the thing.
No, it ain't you.
That's
Stop.
the thing.
You be
That's the thing.
You know what you protect, Khadijah?
No.
You put the world on your back.
You
put the community on your back, and you got to stop. Because you living good. You living well. Despite where you live on a nice block. Now 2 blocks over may not be as nice. A block and a half.
Trust me when I tell you, my block is
everybody
hell.
the same.
It's all right,
it's
but
the same. I mean, you know.
My thing is, this my thing. I love my people. So anytime that I can educate, I love my people.
Look,
I'm like the
she
number
write
one
movie scripts.
I'm like
she
the number
doing good.
one championship.
She having fun. and she
matter.
talking. She's smiling, but she be talking about now. Because when they raised all that money,
you know why? Because anytime
you can do the same. You got
blessed,
the power to do the same thing.
When I'm blessed to have those millions that I'm gonna touch, the first
you don't
thing
need millions.
The first I
you
need.
Can go,
no, I
wait,
need
let me
millions
say this.
to
You
help
don't
my
need
community.
millions.
Yes, I do.
You need 1,000. Start at 1,000.
Yeah, that's true.
Start at 300.
But to get where I want to be to help our community,
you're not living in a realistic world. You living in a world where everybody want $1 million. Start at $10.
$1 million ain't that hard to get. I start at $10. You're missing the point.
For you. No, you're missing the point. People is watching us. they learn from this
people
willpower.
That's watching me. Understand this.
Tell them.
When I'm blessed to touch my millions, believe that probably more than half of that is going to go back to my people, helping the people in my community.
South Philly.
Believe that.
Because she said to me when
she
was growing up that she ain't
date
no guys.
Because guess what? Because we don't need a handout. We need a hand up. And in America, hand up comes with capitalism. Hand up comes with money.
Stop worrying about what they giving the Asian community or the alphabet community.
No, I'm not. Because
guess what? They giving,
if they giving them my taxpaying, if they giving my freaking taxpaying money to them, then they gonna give it to my people. Ain't none of that. I ain't trying to hear jack shit. We pay more. We pay poor people in America. People, I ain't gonna say poor because I'm not poor, but people who don't have a lot of income pay more.
No, you're a middle class.
They have more.
You're a middle class. Yeah,
and I pay more taxes.
Do you know what the rate is for middle class 2022?
Please.
Do your research.
Let me tell you something. When I pay more in taxes than when my percentage of taxes is more than Donald Trump. Well, my percentage of taxes.
But let me ask you a question.
Then a billionaires, they don't pay no.
Let me ask you a question.
Taxes.
Are you paying it?
Yeah, I'm paying it.
All right, then you wealthy. You talking all that bullshit.
If I don't pay it, the IRS will garnish.
Bullshit.
If I don't pay it,
she's
that's
wealthy.
The thing.
She's one of the ones.
If I don't pay that shit,
the
IRS will be running down on my shit, locking shit down, bank accounts and everything.
All right, then.
If they ain't trying to hear, I bought a horse.
Look
and
at
I'm
her.
trying to get it.
She's sitting there with all this gold on. All this gold on. And people can't buy oodles and noodles, and she in there talking about they giving this, they giving that, whatever.
It was a gift.
Look, we at the book read. She in there. Look, she had a brand new outfit on, spanking in. She just bought a brand new outfit for the read and a Gucci flip flops. And you could have look. Listen, anytime Khadijah I sit on the side and just, oh no, that script don't say that. No, that script say this. Dawn, you know I'm telling the truth, Dawn. She was in there with her.
It was not
a brand new outfit
on.
You just said
you
was
know
at
what
the mall.
happened? This is what happened when you don't get dressed, right? When you don't get dressed, people see you with something nice on. They say
she came with. You always got nice stuff on.
No, I went
but this day,
I actually went to a ceremony yesterday.
Because first of all, the air when we got there, they just cut the air on, and she has a fit when the air ain't on. Like we in this joint, Goldilocks and the Three Bears now. because she want the air on. You know what I mean? But she first came in and she like, you know how she getting her hair. She raked it like 9 times. And then she'll say, my new outfit on. I said, we see in your Gucci goddamn.
Don't listen to him. Do not, okay?
I'm telling the truth, the whole truth, so help me yeah, though.
Because new clothes is not in the budget. I got other things to do this year.
Girl, whoever, listen, homemade, she went shopping and she hid, yup. They do that. Women do that all the time. Oh, I ain't Steve Harvey. Let me give you some game. Women, if you see them, listen, this is what they do. They gonna come in the house. They ain't gonna bring the bags in. They in the car. Listen, you gotta wait for the next go outside, John. Y'all chilling, relaxing, whatever y'all do, what y'all do. Even if you go to a separate room, you up here, she down there, wherever y'all at, doing what y'all do. Soon as you hear it go, soon as you hear the car go, chirp, chirp, hurry up, run downstairs where the front door at and watch. You're gonna see the bags then.
Ladies, don't pull them bags out.
They never bring the bags.
Don't pull them bags out.
Babes,
don't laugh.
She know.
Don't pull them bags
that
out
is the truth.
until you're home alone.
And listen, just say, wait, when they come home, say, babe, wait like 3 hours. Anything good? Babe, let me see your key for a minute. And she say, wait. If you don't get the key to the car right away,
don't do it like that. You're going to get caught. Don't listen to E.
Yeah.
I'll tell y'all online how to do it without getting caught.
See? That's yeah. And y'all little stuff. All y'all do is
but I really wasn't sporting no new outfit yesterday. You know,
it was nice. No, you was a little lemony. You did look a little June-ish.
I had some little key lime on yesterday.
So let me ask y'all ladies something. What do y'all got planned for Father's Day? Because we big y'all up on Mother's Day and we pushing the narrative right now.
I'm gonna do something for Father's Day this year.
What you gonna do? Tell us.
Why?
We want to know. Yeah, even if you just rant and just give out some stuff.
No.
Give out some ideas. What should they do?
I'm thinking about giving my baby and my brothers a little cookout at the house for Father's
Good.
Day.
When they want homemade turkey burgers with onions in them. Yeah, they want American cheese sliced thick. Yeah, they want potato bread rolls.
We don't eat American cheese. We eat Cooper Sharp cheese.
Well, Cooper Sharp. Yeah, what else? What else y'all doing for the men? What else? Ladies, what y'all doing? We want some ideas. Come on, Niecy.
What y'all doing? Come on,
what
fam.
You getting your baby
dad?
I hope he ain't in the doghouse. Murder mommy, Alicia, what you getting your baby dad?
Don't listen
what
to
y'all
EA.
getting?
Don't
no, seriously, I need to know. What's up? What y'all getting men on Father's Day?
Our shoe high secrets.
Y'all can get me something too. I'm a father. I take gifts.
What we gonna get E?
All right, get me I like flowers.
You like
flowers?
Yeah,
I love flowers. Blue pups. Yeah, give me some blue pups.
When is Father's Day? The 19th?
Yeah, I love flowers. Even if it's a one-step long rose. Listen, and I understand the Produce Junction game, so make sure if you're going to get some Produce Junction pups, you got to give them to me right away because they die after a day. Don't you?
LC.
Unless you got to connect. You know what I mean? LC, what you giving out on Father's Day?
How you telling people what to give you?
I'm giving out suggestions. I'm not telling people anything. Because I take a bottle of Moscato. I'll take it. Yeah, you can take me to McDonald's and get me 2 fillet of fish, no tartar.
Oh shit! How you gonna?
Because I do like they fillet of fish, no tartar.
No tartar? That's the best part.
No, I don't trust they tartar. The tartar might have been there for like 4 or 5 months.
Man, damn it!
So give me the fillet of fish. No, well, I trust that. It ain't gotta be real. Like I don't like crabs, but I like crab salad.
Oh yeah.
I can't stand crabs. Crabs is nasty. I don't like anything fishy.
And,
no, fishy. Like
crack it open and all
what LC say, giving gifts. Yeah.
Giving gifts
for fathers. You can give me a gift.
For Father's Day.
Yeah.
To all the great dads, yes.
All great dads. There you go. That's right. Yeah. Give all cause no, ladies, seriously. Sometimes we need that love, y'all.
Yes, y'all do.
Listen, even if it's your side joint, give him a little grind, a little bump and grind.
I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot. I know a lot of great dads. Mostly all the guys that I know that's fathers is good dads.
Let me just say this.
I don't know too many. I think that's a way. Most
that's a way to stop a little bit of the anger.
Yeah, them kids need.
Give us some love. I'm talking about men. Show the men some love. I'm telling you, that's gonna be a day where all men that has a child that's in their children's life. Yeah, you should.
I don't be hugging people because I don't like people to be like.
Well, COVID, just turn to the side.
I don't like
Grinding,
touching.
that's grinding.
I'm not like a touchy.
That ain't grinding. You got somebody. Unless you single, you can get a grind.
Ties and cigars.
Don't give me no cigar. Huh.
Ties and cigars. You can give me a cigar.
I'll take a tie, though.
but
A bow tie.
I want something special in it.
Give me a bow tie. No cigar, though. No, they stink. I don't care how classy it is. They stink.
No cigars. Just
Well, you know, something with the
they
gas
got
in
something
it.
special in it.
Absolutely.
You know?
If it's a special.
A special one.
Yeah, if it's a special one, I take that. Because listen, I suffer from depression, so I am a patient. And I do marijuana for my anxiety. And it do work. I'm a firm. You'll never see me on camera.
It's good, so you won't snap the
You'll
shit out
never
of
see me
nobody.
on camera. Because I don't believe in letting children see that you do that. I don't believe that. Like I don't believe that if you're decide to be happy, don't do it where children see it. Let your business be your business. You ain't got to push that narrative. Bye, girl. Bye, boy.
They for so long to come out.
I know. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. And I ain't against them. I ain't gonna lie.
Absolutely not.
I'm against anything
but
that's
I know
negative.
some people
I'm
that
with
are
anything
that
make
feel
people
as though
happy.
some people I have close family and friends that I love that I care about who often feel like it be too much on the TV too.
All right, we got 4 minutes, 6 minutes. No religion involved.
6 minutes
Even though
till
we
you
know,
press steroids.
even though we know this is a very serious topic, abortion. Give me your opinion about abortion.
Abortion.
Come on, you're a woman. Do you think abortion should be legal? Yes or no?
I think that abortion should be legal. I
Okay.
think that
And not just because of rape,
no,
just period.
I feel like it's a woman's body, and I feel like she should have the choice to be able to choose her body. Now, I don't feel like people should use abortion as a source of birth control.
No, they should
But
never do that.
I feel like
Well, they should monitor it a little more. They should scrutinize it a little more. But I do believe that even if in religion we say it's a sin, you can't judge them. For they will be judged on what religion teaches the day of judgment. You can't judge them. So you can't even throw religion in the mix.
right.
If they decide to make that choice, let that be their choice.
I mean, I feel like people that want to throw religion, even though we're not going to talk about religion, basically, but I feel like people that throw religion in it, if you say that everything is the will of the creator, then that will be the will of the creator.
Mark City
whatever
Films.
that situation was, whatever would happen. You understand what I'm saying?
No, right.
So, I mean, to each his own. I never personally, had that experience.
What else he said?
But she said, I'm
Real
against
quick.
it unless it's critical reasons.
Okay. Now, I want all the guys that's going to be celebrating Father's Day. I wish you a very, very happy Father's Day.
Is it yet?
When is it?
It's the 19th. I think it's the 19th. So we got 2 weeks.
Juneteenth is.
And I think it's the same day.
Oh!
June 5th.
That's decent.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, because it's not this weekend. So I think it's next. I think it's the 19th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yo, boy.
Does anybody know when Father's Day is?
When is Father's Day? Anybody know when Father's Day?
Tell us? Can anybody?
I'm sorry. LC, when is Father's Day?
When's
Somebody.
Father's Day, LC? Fave, one of y'all. Tell us when Father's Day is.
When is Father's Day? J-Rock, what up?
Does anyone know? See,
J-Rock,
nobody
when
don't
is
even
Father's
give a
Day?
damn.
Probably
Look,
be
nobody
fast.
don't give a damn. Sorry.
No, people. Yo, you a nut. Foxy what up, boy? When is Father's Day? All right. Let me ask. Oh, I'm sorry. I can ask.
Go
I'm
to
tripping.
Ask Google.
When is Father's Day?
Ask. Oh, Siri. Who's
It
that?
is Sunday, June 19th, 2022.
All right. Okay.
It's Father-teenth. It's Father-teenth.
Do you love EA? Bitch stuttered. She ain't got
said,
no
nah, go ahead. I gave you Father's Day. Now you trying to front. No love today for EA. None.
Right.
But Father's Day
January 19th, it is.
It's
So
the same day as Juneteenth. So that's a double special day. So that's Father's Day, and you dads can wear your red, black, and green ties.
well, I don't know. You know what? I don't know if I'm gonna do all that, but we should. I would like to see if all the dads want to go out on a woman's expenses on their debit cards. We all go out to a restaurant and get a bunch of moms, a bunch of women, just to come and just foot the bill. We go where we want.
Y'all know what y'all like to do on Father's Day? Y'all like to wear them old, ugly sandals and barbecue.
No,
Like,
that's the
what
old
they
heads.
do.
No. Maybe that's what the old heads do down South Philly, down in P. Down in P, y'all. No sandals down in P. Hey, y'all, we love y'all. Go ahead.
That's
You want
our
to do your
time.
close
Thank
out,
y'all.
baby?
See y'all next week on WillPower UnSurfaced.